Member of Parliament for Fuasia Yerebe. He's a ranking member on the Economy and Development Committee. Honorable, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Sandra. Good evening to your listeners.
Good evening to you. Would it not be described as a force majeure, and force majeure in contracts can be the reason that a contract that has already been signed may be tampered with? In this instance, the contract Cocoa Board had with the farmers can be tampered with because of global prices, which will now become force majeure?
Since you are introducing a legal term, let me introduce another one. This will be sui generis. It is on a matter of its own. The cocoa industry is not like any other industry where you say that today's commodity price is so, and so you're translating it onto the market. It has been known that commodity prices are not stable, and that is why there's a particular approach to which we sell our cocoa. We don't sell our cocoa primarily on spot pricing. We hedge by doing a lot of forward sales and rather a minimum of it on spot prices. There was a deliberate decision that was made by this government to turn that around as part of their research program. And they compounded it by even refusing to sell at spot when the prices were high. That is one of the reasons for which we are where we are today. The second is that because they have intervened on the forex market so much, Cocoa Board has lost about 36 to 40% of the Citi equivalent of the revenues that they would have been getting. Remember, we started drawing the government's attention to the fact that when you heavily intervene in the market, your currency will become overvalued and your exports will become relatively more expensive. At the time, they told us that about Papaba, and we're making the point that you would therefore be subsidizing those who are externalizing any sort of funds from your economy. This is the consequence of it. So what we are seeing today is not just purely a matter of global market prices. Global market prices fluctuate, but the cocoa industry is sui generis. And that is why if you go to the trading room at Cocoa Board, they always do a mix to hedge the price. A deliberate decision was made to move away from it. That's where we are today. And that is why this cannot be reduced to a matter of force majeure.
So your view is that it is lack of foresight in dealing with this matter from the management side?
No, our view is that it is a deliberate decision by this government as part of their reset to change some of the practices with which we run the economy and Cocoa Board specifically. That deliberate decision is what has now translated into this crisis that they are having, and nothing else.
There would have been an end game for this decision if it was deliberate, like you are claiming. Does it then mean that the projection for which reason they embarked on this policy has failed, or this was the end game that we should have farmers lamenting?
Their assumption was woefully flawed, and that is why it has not delivered what they hoped it would deliver. If you had stuck to the 70% forward sales approach, just about 30% on spot, you would have been able to lock in a good price and lock in contracts that would have hedged against price fluctuations. They decided to reverse it.
Could it be
rather do about 70% spot and 30% forward? And even the 70% spot, they were not selling when they were supposed to be selling, hoping that the price will go up higher. So they took a gamble, and the assumptions underlining the gamble have failed them. That's why they are where we are today.
So the gamble has failed, but is it not the case that the gamble in the past has also not been particularly good? That's why, for instance, we've had challenges with the consortium of loans that used to be taken to deal with the cocoa matters. We haven't had that for a while now. Is it not because our old ways have not been good, and perhaps that's why this new government is looking for a new way?
Of loans? What is this challenge with the consortium of loans?
It has not been used for the past 2 or 3 years or so.
No, it's because the Ghanaian economy itself was downgraded, and therefore any form of borrowing was frowned upon.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. So that means that our approach has become problematic. That's why we could not go for the syndicated loan.
It was not a Cocoa Board problem. It was a Ghana economy problem. And that Ghana economy problem is what now affected Cocoa Board. So it had nothing to do with a gamble on that side. It was a financing structure. In any case, when that structure was amended and a new structure put in place, the new structure delivered money for the first year and the second year. Why has it failed to deliver for the third year? It failed to deliver because a fundamental change was made on the forward sales approach. That's why we are where we are. We've just finished a statement on the floor of Parliament on the minority side, asking that the president should reconvene cabinet respectfully and restore cocoa prices to the 3,625 Ghana cedis per bag for the 1 million cocoa farmers in this country. Remember, the price was at 475 when we took over in 2017. Despite the fact that cocoa prices went down sometimes, the MPP government took a deliberate decision that the Ghanaian farmer will not be made to pay or to take the pain when that goes down, because there are times when it goes up and the farmer doesn't get it all. And so we moved the price from 475 all the way to 3,100 by 2024. The NDC in opposition told the Ghanaian cocoa farmer that we had robbed them and that actually they should be getting 6,500. When they assumed power, they first of all failed to deliver on that 6,500 and promised 3,600. And what is shocking is that in the same year, they have now reversed from the 3,600 which they promised past our.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I lost you briefly.
I'm saying that in the same year, they have reduced the price from the 3,600 which they promised. They couldn't fulfill the 6,500. The 3,600 which they promised, they have now moved it past our 3,100 which we were paying.
Hello?
Ghanaian cocoa farmer down to 2,500.
Okay, your line keeps breaking. I don't know what's happening, but let me ask my final question on this. Do you believe, honestly, that the Ghanaian economy can support paying farmers that much without us going for a loan? Hello, Honorable? Honorable, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Sandra?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm asking about the capacity of the economy to deal with this, considering that it would almost amount to us engaging in a debt situation where we are paying more than we are earning for a bag of cocoa. Can the economy withstand that?
No, it's not. We are paying more than we are earning. We are having to finance the purchase of the cocoa bag. When the season is opened and cocoa farmers have produced their cocoa, Cocoa Board and the LBCs have to finance. They have to find a way to get liquidity to go into the farms and pay for the cocoa and bring it. That financing is what we borrow for. We either go for a syndicated loan for it, or in the amended structure, the buyers will have to find money so that they can go in there to go and buy it. So whatever you do, you have to finance the purchase of the cocoa bags from the farm gates.
Okay.
Now, if today the government is saying that the price on the world market is lower than what they've promised, it is because they have amended the sales structure. If they had stuck to the sales structure and had done a lot of forward sales, and even for the spot sales had locked in, they will not be using a drop in global market prices as the reason to punish the Ghanaian cocoa farmer today.
Okay. Forgive me. This is going to be my last question instead. Cocoa farmers welcome Cocoa Board salary cuts amid liquidity challenges. This is a story on citinewsroom.com. Are you not crying more than the bereaved? The people you are crying for say they are fine.
Who are these cocoa farmers?
Oh, I can read the story for you. It said shareholders.
No, I didn't say the story. I said, who are these cocoa farmers?
Cocoa farmers are cocoa farmers. I don't understand your question.
Please, this is NDC PR gimmicks. We've seen it going on, and they are pushing it and blasting it. The media houses should publish this story that cocoa farmers are happy. Some of the videos they are showing the same place.
We spoke to the president of the National Association of Cocoa Farmers, Stevenson.
He's an interested party. He's an interested party. Please go down to the cocoa farm. I've come from cocoa farm.
Honorable member. You have been a journalist before, so honorable member, can you hear me?
Talk to the cocoa farmers.
Honorable member for Fosia Yerebi.
I can hear you. I'm saying go
the
down
president
to the
of the
farm.
Ghana National Association of Cocoa Farmers, Stevenson Anane Boateng, he made the statement on behalf of farmers. Are you saying
I'm not going to argue with you on that.
So which other cocoa farmer then beyond the president of the cocoa farmers?
Do me a favor. Come down to the cocoa. I have been to cocoa farms. I've spoken to purchase clerks. Today I just spoke about one on the floor of Parliament who has taken 200 bags Now he's losing 1,000 cedis on every bag. That's 200,000 Ghana cedis for a purchasing clerk to carry. And I'm saying, you leave the president and come down to the cocoa farms.
You believe that the president does not represent enough the views of cocoa farmers?
I said, come down to the cocoa farms and talk to the farmers. You will hear the real story on the ground. I beg you.
Thank you. That's Honorable Kojo Ponkroma. He is Member of Parliament for Fasia Yerbe. He is the ranking member of the Economy and Development Committee of Parliament. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We'll be back.